everyone, it's Sam here. So I've actually got a fourth tutorial using the latest collection. So this is the double slide, it's the 5x7, but you can put it on other size cards as well. It's part of the slide and hide release that I've got here. So I've already shared tutorials using each of these sets, but I want to do another one using the Make-A-Wish set. They all have these lovely poems in them as well. And I'm going to use the papers. So I've chosen I've used that Party Streamers one. And this time I'm going to use so that you have two large sections. So for anybody new, maybe just finding this video, this is what you can create, and you pull the tab and then you have another piece that reveals. This is your large one. Then I did this one, which has completely hidden, and then these appear. That's using two of the small ones, so these ones. Then I did this one, which has a double and everything is just on the mechanism inside, so there's no kind of panels as such, which looks really fun. But I thought I haven't done one with the two big sections, so these ones. So this is what we're going to do today. So plenty of inspiration, and you'll find all of those, like I said, if you've not seen them, in the playlist coming up now. So this is the slide and hide double slider set. Go through a standard die machine, you don't need a large one for this. And although all my samples are on 5x7, because that's how we're kind of launching it, you can stick this mechanism on anything. The way that all fans out would actually look really nice on maybe a 7x7 or an 8x8 square card, even a 6x6 square. You could put them on a DL slimline. As long as when it closes, it fits within the size envelope you've got, it can go on any size you want. So I've got all the pieces here. You want to cut your mechanism piece, which is this one here. So it's got the little parts there. Then I've cut myself the main bigger panels, which is these ones. So I've done two in the large die in the red, and then I've already coloured my scene. But I've done two in the white, which is underneath. And you can see this is what's going to pop out. It's actually going to be that way, so they're going to pop out. So you will always see the presents on both sides, but what will pop out is the frog on each side. And then for the middle, I've got my large red one there, and then I've cut this one because these are the layers for it. This is your rolling hills, your grass. You can create other scenes, and it works great with some of my other stamp sets. So I've just cut this one just to sit on top, so I've got that matte layer. Then I've cut my pull tabs. I've cut two, but you can just use one if you want, but it's using those ones there. Also, because this was a lighter weight cardstock, I've just doubled them up, so there's two of the red stuck together. But if it's already a heavyweight cardstock, then you'll be okay. So that's all of the dies. Then I got my 5x7 card blank, and I've cut a piece of 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 in that pattern paper, and I've stuck it on top. Now this is going to be as a top fold, but in landscape orientation. So first we need to build the mechanism. So you will need some plastic for this. Now this is just sandwich bag plastic. You can buy these on the roll. Mine are actually these ones with the pull. You just want that soft plastic, okay? You want to cut it so it's 10 centimeters by 13. And then you can see I've already ran a piece of tape along the edge there. Don't worry about any of this because you don't see none of that. So you want to take your backing off, and you want to turn it over so the sticky side's facing away from you. Take this one and lay that down, and just bring this one around. Doesn't matter where you lay it, just bring it around. See, it's nice and taut on this side here. And then you want to fold this piece over and make sure everything all lines up. Tack it in the middle and then kind of spread out to the outer sides. Make sure there's nothing sticky either end there. If there is, just snip it off. And then this excess you can cut off now. So just bring it up to the end. You just want to make sure it moves, see, like that. I'm just going to bring this right to the edge so you can see that extra there, and just snip it off. Or as close to, doesn't worry, you know, don't worry if there's a little bit still overhanging. You don't see any of this. So I'm going to bring that back so it's on the left hand side. Always have your join right to the edge. So it's on the left hand side, and I'm going to take one of these ones and I'm going to stick it onto the top. Now the thinner the tape you use, the more of that panel that will stick out. So don't go using a really thick tape there, because the width of the tape is what you will lose in terms of what pops up. So I've got a thin tape here. I'm just going to run that down that side. Again, you're just sticking it on that tape. You don't want anything going into this space here. Get that backing off. And then this, you'll see it's perfectly sized to fit within that side. So you're just going to stick it right up to the edge there, like so. So we've got our first pull that's going to pull out this way. Then if you flip it over, you're now going to run your tape down this side, again just covering the plastic. take the backing off, and then take your other big piece, and this time you're going to stick it so it's coming out to the left. Again, keeping it all nice and straight within those sections. Okay, and then flip it back. You can do a little test now. Obviously it's not stuck down, but you can see how that slides. Okay, and then again, just push that back. Don't worry if it moves a little bit. You're going to reinforce that now with this. Now, to ensure what you want popping up is going to be hidden or appear, take this piece and just sit it over the top, and then if you take this piece, you'll see I've got two slightly different tones of red because I've run out, but it still works. Just kind of place it so it overhangs evenly there and lay it down, and just mark on this white piece, a pencil mark, and then you know where to stamp. So when it's closed, this is what you're going to see, but when it opens, imagine that pulls out, that will be stuck on there. That is what you're going to see. Okay, so yeah, just draw a little pencil mark, then you can always rub it out, which I think, no, mine's still there actually. I need to rub mine out. So I'm going to stick this one down first. Okay, and then with this one, I just forgot, you need to stick your paper down because it sticks onto your cardstock. So I'm just going to peel that off. Don't worry about that. I leave this in because it's always handy for people to see, but you want to stick this down first, your mat there. So only for the one that goes behind, because obviously this one sits on top, so it's easy for you to stick it down. I've just got a bit ahead of myself. Add your glue. But it's quite a forgiving mechanism. You can play around with this and make sure it works perfectly before you actually stick it onto the card. There we go. So now I can just flip that back over. Just bring that back to place. And then I'll just go back over that with my tape. It's like when you're working with acetate, it's quite good because you can always, you can peel most things off. So you want to stick it that way and make sure everything lines up. Then another thing that's handy to have, I've had these since I did my double slider launch, I think it was, quite a few years ago, but these are foam strips. I've got them off of Amazon, I'll link them below. But can you see they're all individual? You can get different widths and different lengths as well. I think I've had longer ones before. Okay, now if you don't have those and you've got maybe things like this, just snip them so they're thin. You basically want to cover this little section here on both sides and on this side as well. Or maybe you've got your foam on a roll like this. If you just stick it to some greaseproof paper, and then you can cut with your scissors thin strips and it doesn't mess your scissors up either. So a few alternatives there, but these are really handy for when you're doing like kinetic cards. You just want to make sure that you stick it within that section and that it doesn't touch this piece. And then just flip it over and just repeat that. I'm just going to take the backing off the back there. Take your card blank. Keep it all pushed in, and you want to get this in the centre of the card. So I'm just looking at my border on the top and the bottom there and on the sides. That looks about right. And then take your backing off the top and then stick this one. So we just lay it down here first, and you can see where you kind of overhang it is, and then just bring it up, and it will line up with your matte layer. So that 4 3/4. Happy with that? And then I'm going to stick this one down, but I think I'm going to stick this one down with a bit of foam. You can go as 3D and dimensional as you like on that top kind of panel. You just want to keep the pieces that slide, you want to keep that quite flat, otherwise it will catch. Just line that one down. Now these pieces you might find you don't need, because they are going to make, if you do it in this orientation, it is going to make it a little bit bigger, although still might be okay. It does look nice, just giving that, that direction. But like I said, you can just have it on one side if you want. So I'm going to stick them down. Make sure they're only sticking behind each of those panels and they're not sticking to any of the other parts of the card. Okay, so before I test it, I'm going to finish it with some extra decoration. I was going to have these bits here, but now thinking about it, when we pull it out, it's going to cover the frog. Maybe just one of the party hats. Again, it's going to make the card bigger, but if you don't mind that, then that does look quite fun. I'll go for that one. I'll keep those for inside the card. So now make sure your tabs are dry. And when you pull it out, and you've got your cute little frogs. I think it looks lovely. Really pleased with that. And I just like how much bigger it makes the card. It can obviously be displayed this way. You can just have the one if you want. It's up to you. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this other way of using it with those larger panels, and you can see how nicely that is when it displays. So you've got your two big ones, you've got your big one and your small one, you've got your two small ones, and you've got this one where it's just stuck onto the plastic, which I think gives a really nice effect as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the inspiration from me using this die set. Like I said, check out the playlist if you want to go back and watch some of these that you may have missed. All the products that I've used, as always, are linked in the description box below the video, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.